my files right here, and all files, and then device storage, and it should be right here. So I'm be installing CyanogenMod today in this video, and CyanogenMod requires GApps as well, so I wanted to download GApps too. So CyanogenMod 10.1, and my codename is JFITE Mobile, TMO, and then GApps right there, the latest version of Google Apps. So we're going to install that. So you need, actually one more requirement is that you need a custom recovery. So you have two options. You can install ClockWorks Recovery on your Galaxy S4, or you can install Team1 Recovery Project on your Galaxy S4. So make sure you have one of those two devices, or two recoveries. Today, in this video, I'm going to be using ClockWorks Recovery, which is the more of the popular one. But Team1 Recovery Project is becoming very popular lately in these last months. So just go and power off your phone. And these are the same steps for Team1 Recovery and ClockWorks Recovery. It'll just look a little bit different, but overall you should it should be just about the same. It'll look a bit different, but overall you'll be good to go. Okay, so once your phone is powered off, we're going to be pressing the volume up, home center button, and power button all at the same time. Once your phone vibrates, let go of the power, but keep holding onto the volume up and home center button. So all three. Vibration, let go of the power. There we go, let go of the power, but keep holding onto the other two keys. And now you can let go once you see that blue screen right there. And just wait until it enters into recovery mode. A custom recovery mode, actually. So just give it a few seconds. And now it should look something like this. It may have blocks, that's Team1 Recovery, custom recovery. Or it could be blue, which is ClockWorks Recovery stock. This is just a little modified version of ClockWorks Recovery, but that's alright. So what we're going to do is first do a factory reset so we don't soft brick our phone. So go ahead and do wipe data factory reset, and this will actually remove all your apps from your internal phone. It'll remove all the settings, all that, so make sure you actually backed it up or did an Android backup before this as well, as this will delete everything. If you don't know how to do an Android backup, I'll have an annotation right up there and a link down below on how to do an Android backup before installing custom ROM, which I highly recommend. So I'll go and select yes for factory reset, and now you can see right there it is doing its whole thing, and this will take only a few minutes, especially with a speedy Galaxy S4. And let me focus that for you. And we're done. Now let's go back right here and go to wipe cache partition. So we're going to do this every time you install a new custom ROM. So this will avoid soft bricking your device, and it'll avoid a lot of problems just in general. So as you can see, it's doing this whole thing, and it should be done in just a few seconds. Just give it a few seconds now. And wipe. Alright, it is complete. Now we're going to go into advanced, select it, and go into wipe Delta cache right there, and select yes. Alright, we're done with that. Now go back, install a zip from SD card, and depending where you put your SD card, I put on my internal Galaxy S4 storage. But you could have put it on your micro SD card. In that case, go and choose it from external SD card. But I did my internal, so I'm gonna choose the first one, and I put it. It should be in under zero folder. So make sure you do look into zero dash folder, because that's where all your files are if you're doing it from internal. Select that and find the zip file, the actual ROM. And in this case, it does require GApps, also known as Google Apps. So we're going to install the custom ROM first. So select CyanogenMod 10.1 in my case, and select yes. And it'll take about a minute or two to install this ROM. And once this is done, we're going to install GApps, reboot our device, and we'll be good to go. So I'll be right back after this. Alright, so the custom ROM has been finished installing, so I'm going to go back into choose zip from SD card, or choose zip from external SD card if that's where you transfer GApps. If your certain ROM does require GApps, in my case it does, so I'm going to go and do choose zip from SD card, and go into zero, that's folder right there, and go ahead and select it, and I'm going to try to finish this up right before my battery does die on my camera. Select GApps right there, and select yes right there. Select yes. And now it's going to go install GApps, and I'll be right back after I replace my camera battery. Alright, so Google Apps, also known as GApps, has finished installing, and we already did install the custom ROM first. So go in and choose Go Back, select that right there, Go Back, and choose Reboot System Now. And now what your phone is going to do is going to reboot, and it's going to reboot into a custom ROM. So I just want to show you the initial boot animation and show you how it's actually running as CyanogenMod, a custom ROM for your Galaxy S4. So we're just going to give it a few seconds, and the very first initial boot will take about 5 minutes just because you installed a new ROM. And as you can see right there, it's running on CyanogenMod. Previously it was running on stock TouchWiz. So I'm going to give this a few seconds just to boot up, and then we're going to set up our phone and take a look at CyanogenMod. Okay, so here's the start screen, and as you can see by the look of it, it doesn't look anything similar to TouchWiz. Because it's not on TouchWiz, it's actually running on pure Android experience, CyanogenMod, which removes all the TouchWiz, all the bloatware, and it's going to give you a very nice clean experience for your Android device. So I'm going to skip all this and show you in settings that it's running on CyanogenMod. Alright, so let's go and finish this up. Let's dive into settings. So option right there, and settings. Go all the way down to about phone. And here is where it's going to say Android version and all the CyanogenMod and all that too. So let me go and zoom in just to show you guys. And it's running on CyanogenMod version right there. Memory right there, CPU, kernel, Android version 4.2.2, and my model number, which is still SGH M919. So that is how you install a custom ROM on your Galaxy S4. I do recommend you do an Android backup. You can see that annotation right up there still on how to do an Android backup first before installing a custom ROM. And if you did enjoy this